When you first receive the Aurie system in the mail, you'll receive a box with 2 Aurie catheters, a box of supply pods, and the Aurie personal disinfector. The Aurie catheter is the first part of the system that you'll unbox. This catheter is not shipped sterile, so you must clean and disinfect the catheter before using it. You'll notice that it has an introducer tip and insertion sleeve. These 2 features mean that the Aurie catheter is a no-touch catheter, and clinical studies have shown that these features help reduce the transfer of germs by 100 times, and that infections are reduced by as much as 45% compared to standard catheters without these features. The Aurie catheter features a handle that can be used to stabilize the catheter against the body during insertion, to prevent the catheter from slipping out when you adjust your grip. The insertion sleeve has a racing stripe that will help you orient the catheter correctly when you're loading it into the personal disinfector. It has a black square on the funnel end that helps track how many times you've used the catheter. As you handle the catheter, you'll notice how solidly built it is compared to the catheters that you're used to. This is because this catheter can be reused 100 times. To make the reuse process as easy, reliable, and seamless as possible, we have developed the Aurie personal disinfector. Think of this device as a portable dishwasher that is specifically designed for your catheters. The disinfector comes with a charger and operates with battery power. The charger has 2 parts that plug into each other. You can do that now and set it aside. The disinfector is packaged with instructions on how to power on the device. Don't remove this until you have followed those instructions. It also comes with a blue quick start guide that has written and visual instructions for how to use the system and get it set up, as well as a pink frequently asked questions booklet. It has a screen on the top to display messages and instructions on how to use the system, and has a detachable black carrying case that holds the catheter in a compact U-shaped configuration. The case also holds fresh and wastewater from every cleaning cycle. Finally, we have the supply pods for the personal disinfector. Think of these as being similar to dishwasher pods. Each of our supply pods can be used for 5 cleaning cycles, so they have to be replaced roughly once a day. Okay, now that you know where everything is, let's get the system up and running so that it can become a seamless part of your catheterization routine. This may take you some time at first, but over time, this will take you less than 5 minutes a day. To get started, you will need your personal disinfector, a catheter, a supply pod, and access to a sink. To turn the personal disinfector on, turn the device over, open the power switch flap, and slide the switch to the on position and keep it there. This switch should not be turned off in the future unless you are specifically troubleshooting the system. The batteries will not charge if you don't have the switch activated. Turn the device back over and press the power button on the user interface. The screen should turn on and take you to the home screen. The screen of the device will tell you everything that you need to know to successfully complete a cleaning cycle or a self-disinfection cycle, covered later, with the disinfector. Refer to the written instructions on the screen for immediate instructions on what to do next. These instructions will be consistent with the information provided in this video and the printed Quick Start Guide. When you are ready, press Select on the Aurie user interface with the Run Cycle option highlighted on the home screen. Next, you need to eject the carrying case. Press the eject button on the user interface. Wait for the screen to say Remove Case Now, and then pull the case off of the base. Take a new pod and remove all 3 caps from the pod. Press Select on the Aurie user interface to advance the screen to the next set of instructions. Open the blue pod door. Insert the pod into the door. The white label should be facing out. Slide the pod all the way in until it clicks, then shut the door. Press Select on the Aurie user interface to advance the screen to the next set of instructions. Open the case by opening the latch at the non-aluminum end of the case. Next, take your catheter and make sure that the handle is stowed for storage. Insert the introducer tip into the case with the stowed handle to the right, place the catheter onto the aluminum shelf in the case. Next, insert the funnel end into the case where the label indicates, with the black square pointing down onto the aluminum shelf in the case. Check the catheter sheath for any twists in the sheath. Close the case and relatch it. Press select on the Aurie user interface to advance the screen to the next set of instructions. Take your case to the sink. Open the fill cap and fill the case completely with water by allowing the water to overflow as you're filling it. If you can control the speed of the water coming out of the tap, make sure that it is set to a slow flowing speed. It also helps to orient the case at a slight angle to allow it to fill completely. Replace the cap and make sure that you filled the case to the fill to line by holding it up vertically. If water does not reach the fill to line, uncap the case and try again. Take the case back to the personal disinfector base. Use the power button on the top of the device to wake up the device screen if it's blank. Confirm that you have completed the previous steps using the select button. Slide the case in and listen for a latching noise to confirm that it has been inserted correctly. With all of these steps completed, press the select button from the home screen to start a cycle. The system will run checks during the first 10 seconds before starting the cycle. The cycle will last for 36 minutes. If you have to cancel the cycle after the cycle has started, you will need to refill the fresh water and empty the wastewater from the case, which we will cover later. Do not move the disinfector during an active cycle and keep it on a flat surface. After the cycle is completed, you will have 12 hours to use the catheter. If you don't use it within that time frame, you will need to re-clean it using the disinfector. To use it, eject the carrying case. The system will apply lubricant to the catheter. Take the catheter to the bathroom in the carrying case. When using the catheter, don't push the catheter through the tip before inserting it into your body. Instead, use the handle to insert just the tip into your body before advancing the catheter into the urethra by pinching it through the sheath and gently pushing it into your body. If the sheath gets bunched up towards the tip of the catheter and it becomes more difficult to insert, slide the bunched up sheath towards the funnel, then proceed with insertion. After using the catheter, put it directly back in the case. Open the case by opening the latch at the non-aluminum end of the case. Next, take your catheter and make sure that the handle is stowed for storage. Insert the introducer tip into the case with the stowed handle to the right. Place the catheter onto the aluminum shelf in the case. Next, insert the funnel end into the case where the label indicates, with the black square pointing down onto the aluminum shelf in the case. Check the catheter sheath for any twists in the sheath. Close the case and relatch it. After using the catheter, empty the wastewater in the carrying case by removing the drain cap. The case can be emptied into the toilet or a sink. If the water doesn't flow quickly, try giving the case a few hearty shakes until it starts flowing. Replace the cap when done. Remember to fill the case with fresh water when you wash your hands. Open the fill cap and fill the case completely with water by allowing the water to overflow as you're filling it. If you can control the speed of the water coming out of the tap, make sure that it is set to a slow flowing speed. It also helps to orient the case at a slight angle to allow it to fill completely. Replace the cap and make sure that you filled the case to the fill to line by holding it up vertically. You can start a new cleaning cycle as soon as you get back to the personal disinfector base. Use the power button to wake the screen, then press select to run the cycle. Use the select button to confirm that you have completed the steps to prepare the system Then insert the case and start a cycle. If you want to check the number of uses remaining in the catheter, insert the case into the base without starting a new cycle. The catheter uses will update in the top right corner of the screen. Congratulations! You have learned how to use the personal disinfector to reuse Aurie no-touch catheters. In no time at all, this process will feel like second nature to you and take no time at all.